One of the great things about the Fox and the Institute is that it's not about a venue, it's about an idea. And the idea is that great performances need to be held in a great venue. And what Fox Theater Institute has been able to do is go to small towns throughout Georgia who had these classic theaters who were the heartbeat and the style of the city. And they're able to bring them back. And I believe it is one of the great real estate ideas.
The Fox has an experience that lends itself to the building of community. And that experience is to be shared.
Because the community came together to save it, our board has always felt really strongly that they owe something to the community, that we as an institution have made a promise. And our promise is to preserve and share the Fox Theater.
The reality is the staff was getting calls probably fairly regularly anyway. How do where do you find regularly getting those kinds of inquiries, which suggests what? A real need.
So the Fox Theater Institute is poised to help them with board development, to help them with a restoration project, maybe provide a grant that might be just the spark they need for their community to rally behind their theater in their downtown. And we can lend a lot of genuine help and assistance. And it's something that we enjoy doing, and it really kind of comes from the heart in terms of our institution, and it speaks to who we are.
I think that it's part of the DNA of the Fox. When this building teetered at the wrecking ball in '75, that the people who helped rescue it built a culture and a DNA that said, let's not define progress as tearing down old and building new. Let's define progress for bringing the best we can to our citizens. And I think that's part of what the Institute is doing. It's saying, this place meant something in this marketplace. Let us help you bring it back to when its glory days.
They've been responsible for, right now, what the exterior of this building looks like. The exterior painting, the window restoration, and our historic sign.
So when you put the Fox name onto a project anywhere in Georgia, people have confidence. And that's, as I say, that's worth gold.
It elevated the focus of this project, not only within local government, but also throughout our community. I mean, it made the news here. Fox Theater Institute, Rich Theater, working together.
Our attendance is up at the theater and has been since the painting of the building, the fresh look. The number of people wanting to rent the theater has increased. Because it's like, we want to go to that cool looking place and have our event there. So all of that is just a part, and it's just going to keep growing from all of this work. We couldn't have done this without them. We love them.
These places as architectural museums, it's a very minor part of their role. They can't serve the community in that way unless they are alive with programming. And so many theaters got restored and then failed because nothing happened in them.
So the Fox Theater Institute recognizes that in order to bring a theater back to life, you have to have great restoration, but you also have to have a great business strategy. You have to have great programming. You've got to bring people into the theater to see your shows. And so the Fox Theater Institute does this through Georgia Presenters.
Georgia Presenters is a booking consortium for the state of Georgia, funded by the Fox Theater Institute. Our main goal is to come together, work together as a team, bringing the highest quality performing arts possible to the state of Georgia.
It really helps because then you know you're not isolated. We can share information, share technical needs, share advertising. This is how we marketed the show. It worked great for us, or it didn't work so great. Let's try this. So, I mean, it's been extremely useful.
A theater can be, a great indicator as well as catalyst for economic change in a community.
Bringing back a theater can become the reason for the restaurants and the coffee shops and the bars to go. And so some of the work that the Institute is doing, besides bringing back the original beauty of these venues, is also as an economic engine for development in these areas.
Yeah, the economic impact of these theaters is quite large. The multiplier is probably 3 to 4 times, what the spending is, almost by dollar. and we've had a huge economic impact on Atlanta. But the Fox Theater Institute, their individual theaters have a tremendous impact on their individual communities.
It was also important to us that with the monies that we were going to be using, our taxpayers' dollars and the Fox Theater Institute dollars, we wanted to see those dollars grow even further into our community. We were able to find local contractors here that met the high standards and qualifications that the Institute required for this type of work. That certainly right there in the short term began to infuse some money back into our economy. It's also with just the miraculous transformation of the sign in the exterior of the building. It's become a drawing card for the downtown. I believe management here at the theater has the sign on a timer. Even if there's nothing going on here in the evening, the sign will stay on for several hours, and I've heard from so many merchants that just say, gosh, we appreciate that so much.
I think that the renovation has drawn more people here. It's a more alive downtown. The Ritz does a lot for the community.
But for the essence of the Fox, to preserve the gorgeous building of the Fox and take the resources of the Fox and bring those to other people, that's something that's unheard of. That would be like Coca-Cola going to small beverage companies and helping them. And while it sounds great, it just doesn't happen. And these people give so much of themselves to others that it's mind-boggling that a leader in the industry is helping others and they don't ask anything in return.
People had their first dates here. They probably held their first hand. They had their first kiss. This is a place that's important. It's very much a part of their lives. And to show people that we recognize the importance of that and deliver back to them a building that we've now given new life to, that's going to be able to contain more memories, that's going to be able to continue to contain more lives, is something we feel is very precious, is very valuable, and reaches right back into the heart of who we are as a community.
This should be on the front page of the paper. You talk about giving back every day, every project. Nobody knows. They're going to the Fox to go see a concert. They have no idea of what that benefit and how that might help your cousin in Brunswick or your friend in Rome. And like I said, it's a magnificent circle that they've built.